Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club is on. Wake up!
The Breakfast Club, Envy, and Charlamagne, the voice of the culture.
You think I'm coming here when this ain't hot?
See, y'all different. Y'all the culture. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what y'all talking about.
This is probably becoming the most prominent form for hip-hop.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
Put it in perspective. The Breakfast Club, bitches. Wake up! Good morning, USA! Yo, 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 yo. Charlamagne the guy. Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day. And guess who's back in the mother effing house? Jess Hilarious is back with us.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Jess? Good morning, Jess Hilarious.
Good morning. Everybody missed me, apparently.
Yes.
Yes.
We're nerd. You're giving this morning.
Oh, I'm very much giving. Let me stand up. What's up, BC? How y'all doing? I look cute. Oh, my God. Look at my shoes that my sister bought me.
Okay.
Check them out. Yeah.
Okay. Where's your sister? She ain't come today?
No, and that's why she bought me shoes, because she knew she was going to be out of work this week. She was like, I got you some shoes. I was like, oh, okay, they cute. Okay, nice.
Was she on vacation?
She had some things going on, so I wanted to give her time.
Damn.
Okay. You know?
You get one little role in the movie. Now all of a sudden she got things to do.
You know,
one little role in the what's the movie? The First Lady of BMF.
First Lady of BMF. Yes, Tanisa Welch story. My little sister, she played one of Meech's little groupies who poured him a drink in the club. Don't play, big nah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So now she need vacation.
She need vacation. Jess, so what you been up to, Jess? Mad people be calling up here about that movie though.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, no, but they just lying. I was like, nobody called up here.
Yeah, you lied. Did you watch it?
No, he didn't. He didn't watch it. No, I plan to though.
You playing when?
When?
That's funny. That's funny. He can watch Jocelyn's Cabaret, but he can't watch First Lady of BMF.
I seen one episode of Jocelyn's Cabaret, whatever it's called.
Cabaret, man. Cabaret.
And I'm gonna watch the reunion because of you.
Yes.
They know that?
Yeah. They know that.
Okay.
Yeah, they know now.
Jess is hosting the reunion.
Jess Hilarious will be hosting Jocelyn's Cabaret
drop a bomb for Jess.
reunion. Y'all know they had to come with that bag to get me to do that. I was like, this don't compliment my brand. They was like, yeah, well, we're going to drop you this. I said, okay, it might compliment a little bit.
Drop a bomb for Jess again, man. Jesus Christ. I feel complimented now.
Yes, compliment. Thank you.
Now we got a special guest joining us this morning. We have Nicole Avant. She'll be joining us.
Nice.
Yes.
Clarence Avant and Jackie Avant, right? Jacqueline Avant's daughter.
Her new book, Think You'll Be Happy.
Yes.
Is out. And it's a book about navigating grief. So
moving through grief with grit, grace, and gratitude.
Yes. Anybody out there dealing with grief, man, it is a great read. Because, her mother was tragically taken away from us.
That is right.
Yes.
And we are celebrating some birthdays today. Today's Neo's birthday. Happy birthday to Neo.
That's Jeff's friend.
Oh, yes. That's my friend. Happy birthday, Neo.
Brittany Griner's birthday today.
That's Jeff's cousin. Oh, it is for real.
Happy birthday, Britt. First of all, don't play with me.
That is your cousin.
Y'all laughing a little loud in here.
What you mean?
You're the one that posted it the other day.
because every time I post Chris, my boyfriend, they be like, oh my God, she dating Brittany. Like, no, that's not. My boyfriend is a man, a boy.
I ain't gonna lie.
Chris' cousin.
It didn't even.
It's not Chris' cousin.
I didn't even see that. It didn't even look like that until you posted it.
Thank you.
But then when you posted, I'm like, oh, I could.
Right. People sending me like, oh my God, is this you and Chris? I'm like, no, that's Brittany and her wife. What are you talking about?
That is funny.
But no, happy birthday, Britt. Love her.
All right, let's get the show cracking. Front page news. Teslin Figueroa will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here. She's back.
Hey.
And let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tess.
Good morning, DJ Envy. The Queen is here. The
Yes,
Queen of the Throne, Jess Hilarious.
Hey, girl.
And, of course, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Ted.
Good morning. Let's jump right into it. Biden. Yesterday he went to Israel, right?
Yeah, he arrived in Israel, and again, this story is changing literally by the minute. We just had some updated coverage maybe about 20 or 30 minutes ago. He arrived in Israel for a high-stakes trip that comes after the deadly Gaza hospital blast that fueled protests across the Middle East and threatened to derail diplomatic efforts. Now, while President Biden was on his way to Israel, as I just mentioned, a lot of this happened last night. There were a lot of finger-pointing on who is responsible for the blast. Palestinian officials blame Israelis, and there was airstrikes, and the Palestinian, and of course Israel said that Palestinian that was a Palestinian jihad group that is responsible for a failed rocket launch. I was watching this probably all up until 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, as they were going back and forth while President Biden was on the plane. But then he landed, and this is what he had to say. He's taking a very firm position, I guess, after looking at the footage that Israel put out. Here's what he had to say.
I was deeply saddened and outraged by the explosion at the hospital in Gaza yesterday. And based on what I've seen, it appears as though it was done by the other team, not you. But there's a lot of people out there not sure. So we got to overcome a lot of things.
Is it smart for Joe Biden to be in Israel at a time like this?
No.
Like, why go to a country in the midst of war?
No.
And why tell people you're going to the country in the midst of war? Even if you want to go, like, why tell everybody you're going?
I agree, and it almost derailed the trip, because this happened while he was, preparing to be on his way, and then he showed up anyway, and they canceled some meetings. That was all over the news yesterday because this was supposed to be a diplomatic meeting, and then when that happened and people trying to figure out who did what, it did slow down the trip, and then he went. And I agree, is this really the safest thing to do? But now what people are talking about again about this statement he just made, he just really as American president, just said, who he believes as far as this strike is concerned. Which people shouldn't be confused, because Israel is an ally for America, so he is, aligning with his allies. But that is what everybody's talking about this morning. And I want to say this to our listeners as we continue to cover this war, because obviously it's not going anywhere. This is not an overnight thing. This is happening in real time. Like I just mentioned, this just came out about an hour. Shout out to Taylor for pulling the clips at the last minute like this. So by the time folks see this, Charlamagne, on YouTube, and by the time they get this information might change. I'm doing my best to try to stay on top of this. Please follow me on my Instagram. I also have a broadcast channel on my Instagram, and I'll be trying to put information there as well. And then I had Dr. Mark Lamont Hill on the podcast this week as well, where we talked about Black solidarity and took the conversation even further that you guys did yesterday, which you did a great job on that, by the way.
So they still haven't figured out who blew up the hospital, because Palestinians and Israelis are blaming each other, right? So they still haven't figured it out.
But then you just said that they released some footage that shows something different. Is that true? Is that what you said?
Well, that's what Israel, from what I'd heard last night, 12 o'clock in the morning, they said they were going to be releasing the evidence. And so Joe Biden apparently has looked at that evidence. And I can't confirm that based on, because again, I just got this maybe about an hour or so ago. So based on, he said what he saw, he believes is for the other team. But then you heard him say at the end, a lot of people disagree with that. So I can't say for sure if he saw it and what that looks like.
What a confusing statement from the president of the United States of America.
Right.
Like why speak on it if that's what the best you got? I can make a statement like that.
Yeah, and another thing I want to ask you too is, with the president saying that he's actually going to Israel, right? And there's a war going on. Can't they send hundreds of missiles at that plane? I guess it's always. Does that make sense? Like, I'm coming into a war zone where I'm standing from one side, and they just.
That would absolutely positively not be the smartest thing to do.
Right?
They would take that country off the map if they shot at the president of the United States.
You think they care?
They probably don't care, but boy.
You know what I mean? Like, do they care?
But he's well protected in the air. You can rest assured that. Shout out to my United States Air Force in the building. Shout out to that's right. Yeah, big place. I am United States Air Force, but they wouldn't make it. I can assure you that. Charlamagne's right about that. They'll take you off the map. So, but it's still not the wisest thing to do. You really don't need the president of the United States. But again, he has to go to show solidarity. I mean, there is a strong, obviously strong solidarity with Israel, as you guys.
He could have definitely did a Zoom.
He could have did a Zoom.
He could have did a Zoom.
The check's gonna clear regardless. So
I think we sending the money their way though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. By the way, they're working on an $8 billion package, and more money to come that will be going in Israel. And unfortunately, Congress is in shambles, or big shambles, using Jess's word, big shambles right now. We're trying to figure out how to get that done, and we're going to talk about that in the next hour.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live?
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. It's Jill from Hoboken. How are ya?
Hey, Jill from Hoboken.
Peace, Jill.
Good morning.
Get it off your chest, mama.
The Lauryn Hill concert. Can we talk about it from last night?
You went last night? How was it?
It was horrible.
Don't complain about that woman being late, because y'all know what y'all signing up for when y'all buy the Lauryn Hill tickets.
Was she late?
Let me tell you, I should have read the Ticketmaster reviews, because you know when somebody gets a 3-star out of 5, you should just know better.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
So, doors were supposed to open at 6:30. Didn't open till 7. Sound check went until about 7:45. We didn't get to our seats until 8 o'clock. We weren't allowed. Nobody showed up on stage till 9 o'clock, and that was her DJ. And then I left at 10 o'clock because some of us have to work tomorrow, and she wasn't out by then.
So you ain't even get to see her?
Nope.
That's y'all
So
fault.
wait a minute. So the doors open up, it's supposed to be at 6:30, it's 10 o'clock, and she still didn't get on?
Yep, doors open at 6:30. No, doors were supposed to open at 6:30. She was supposed to be playing by 7:30. We didn't get to our seats or were able to go to our seats till like 7:45.
Well,
and then nobody showed up till like 9 o'clock.
Well,
for DJ. She didn't show up on the stage.
Lauryn Hill is Lauryn Hill at this point. How many years we've been hearing stories about Lauryn Hill being late? So I don't know why y'all complaining.
But it still got to be,
I gave her the benefit of the doubt.
Like we not about to just keep saying this is Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So promoters should start saying the show start 2 hours later than it's supposed to.
Who was her touring
They
manager?
should.
Like who was her team? Oh my God.
That's horrible. I feel sorry for you, mama.
Well, somebody call us and tell us what time she showed up. And by the way, she'd start showing up on time if y'all stop going to the shows. If y'all keep buying tickets and selling out shows, why should she show up on time? There's no incentive for her to.
All I gotta say is at least I'm happy I didn't pay those $500 for those tickets with people down on the floor. I paid my little $79, and we'll call it a day. I spent money on worse.
Damn,
you right.
I know that's right.
That's
well,
a good way
I'm
to look
sorry.
at it. Yeah.
Have a great day at work today.
Have a good one, mama.
Thank you.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Tyrone from Louisiana.
Hey, Tyrone, what up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, Charlamagne,
Yes,
DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Hey, Jess Hilarious, how you doing, Chris?
I'm good. How you doing? Thank you.
I'm doing good. Hey, Charlamagne, I wanted to talk to you about the sanitation workers blocking up the road.
Man, what's y'all problem?
Man, well, we do it for a reason. You know, like people be getting mad at us and stuff. But we do it because, you know, we got the hoppers on the back sometimes. And people, when they driving, they don't really care about us. And they'll be speeding around you, so we got to block that road.
Gotta make sure you protect yourself, you saying?
Yeah. We got to make sure we protect ourselves and stuff like that.
I don't like that excuse. Like, I can see the man sitting on the back of the truck. I know not to hit the person. You can't just block the road.
But not everybody see that, man. Them bands be hopping across the street and stuff like that, and people just be speeding past like they crazy, man.
Damn. I get
For
what you're
real.
saying.
I can shout myself out right quick, man.
Go ahead, brother.
It's you better call on Tyrone on Instagram.
You better call Tyrone on Instagram.
I'm one of the funniest people on Instagram in Louisiana, so I'll let
check
me out.
He gonna get off that garbage truck. He gonna make it in that comedy.
He said, listen, I'm gonna tell some jokes.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051 if you need to vent. Jess Hilarious is here. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up? This your boy Dingo.
Dingo, what's up?
Good morning.
What's good? Hey, how y'all feeling today?
Good. Get it off your chest, Dingo.
Get it off your chest, man. I'm low-key need to send y'all a check, man. Just trying to drum up some business for the brand. Your boy could use some new customers. If y'all could show some love at dngo0925.com, I would love that, and I'd appreciate it.
Don't send no checks up here.
Jess. Don't send no checks.
Don't send
no checks. He said he needs checks.
Oh.
I need some checks. Yeah, I need some checks. You feel me? I like to earn my money, so I want my people to come to my website and get something. I don't like just asking for money. I want you to get something for it.
That's
You feel
nice.
me?
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, y'all can go show some love from the brand. I'd appreciate it. And then also, Jess, how you doing, boo? I ain't seen you and talked to you in a minute.
I'm good. What? How you doing? I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Oh, okay. Good. You still with that little boyfriend of yours?
Goodbye.
Little boyfriend. Every bit of 7'3". You talking about little boyfriend you got.
I'm just saying, because, you know what I'm saying, Jess, I can treat you a little bit better, you know what I mean? And, we need to keep the love dark. Melanin on melanin. He a little too light-skinned for you. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you so much, sir. You have a good day.
You still with that little boyfriend of yours?
Somebody had to shouting out his business. He's talking about, I need y'all. I'm trying to get some money.
Hello, who's this?
It's Jay. What up, MV? What up, Charlamagne?
Jay, what up? Get it off your chest.
Yo, I just want to say, man, free Papoose and Will Smith, man. I ain't right with what them brothers going through, man.
Free Papoose?
Yeah, and Will Smith, man.
Well, Will ain't locked up nowhere.
Will is Pap.
Yeah, you know what I mean, man.
No, we
know what I mean. He ain't locked up.
What's going on? Look, y'all don't stop feeling bad for Will like he ain't been embarrassing Jada for years, but at the same time, yeah, all right.
Whoa.
Yeah, all right, stop playing. Y'all know Jada from Baltimore. She ain't all that crazy.
Look, Baltimore gonna stick up for Baltimore.
Stop playing.
You see this?
Oh, you got your book?
I know.
Amazon Prime delivered that yesterday, baby. I can't wait to read it.
Stop playing with her. You need to tell me what's going on with Pap, though. How he in jail? What's going on?
Pap is not in jail.
Pap ain't in no damn jail.
Okay.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, my name is Veron Hall. First of all, I just want to say good morning to everybody. But I definitely want to thank Charlamagne to God because he helped me get through a situation of mental health. And without him, I wasn't able to be able to see a psychiatrist. Hey. But you guys, I need a help with a favor from you guys. I sound a little nervous, but I really need y'all.
What you need?
I lost because of the segment you have going on today, I thought it was the best time to call. I was informed, my family was informed my brother is deaf in New York City, and we can't find the body. It's been over 7 months. His name is Michael Armstrong. But Charlamagne, I really thank you because I went into a real bad depression and picked up drinking. And it caused me to have an accident. But without you, you know how you grow up in the hood and the neighborhoods, and we're always taught that a psychiatrist, somebody of counseling, makes you weak. And I couldn't feel strong enough to really deal with the situation. And I'm not an alcoholic or a drinker, but I picked up back to the old hood of self-medicating yourself. And that was wrong. I miss my brother Michael Armstrong a lot. A lot of people know him from the Bronx all the way up to Harlem River Drive.
My brother is
for 7 months.
When you say missing, is he like in a morgue somewhere and y'all can't find him, or what do you mean?
We was informed of his death.
Okay.
And I can't find him in the morgue. I've been trying to get, because I live all the way in Virginia, and because of my phone, some calls don't go through to New York, or they, certain lines, it just goes to beep, 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 or the number I have for the morgue, it just keeps ringing. Nobody picks up the line. I've called the 32nd precinct on 135th Street in Harlem. They still have no form of him being arrested or anything. He's not been seen. He's not been in the house.
Give the information out again, man.
Give the phone number, yeah.
And hopefully somebody will reach out to you.
My name is Ron Hall. Everybody knows me as Uncle Vivi or V. My number is 646-373-4393. And again, if you have any type of information about Michael Anthony Armstrong, Art Monk, please call me.
Okay, right, brother. Lord have mercy. Wow. Why so heavy this morning? Yeah. But I'm glad we can help and be of assistance, but Lord.
Get it off your chest, 800-585-1051. We
got just eyelash falling off. She's so...
First of all, there ain't no eyelashes falling off over here. Don't play with me like that. I'm over here trying to find this man, and you over here trying to come at my eyelash. Don't play with me. Yeah.
We got rumors on the way, Jess?
Jess with the message on the way.
Oh, my God. Britney Spears is in shambles.
What?
Yes, oh, my God. Yes. The Jada is making everybody conjure up secrets from the past.
They got to sell these books, baby.
They do.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hello. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. You going to sit down and do your job?
Yo.
You going to do your job?
Morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Jess Hilarious here. Let's jump into Jess with the mess.
Yes.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report.
I don't do that. Stop. It's Jess with the mess. And this is real.
On The Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
So we're going to save the best for last. I know I teased Britney Spears, but that's lengthy. So we're going to get into this. Kevin Porter Jr.'s ex-girlfriend, who is a former WNBA star. Her name is Kaiser Gundrazik. She denies abuse allegations. Y'all like how I did that?
I don't know if you pronounced it right. So
I did. Kaiser Gondrazik.
I don't know her name, so I'm just gonna go with it.
All right, so whatever.
Okay.
They will call her KG, but I'm very excited because I don't even know.
You landed that.
Thank you so much. All right, yeah. And so he was arrested. Kevin Porter Jr. was arrested September 11th for assault, and he was just drafted to the Houston Rockets or whatever, right? And she came back and said that he never put his hands on her. He didn't strangle me. He didn't do this, but he got locked up for doing this.
No.
Back, yeah. So it's either she is protecting him now, or these cases are so. It's like you don't know what to believe, because in one hand, during the time I guess it happened, you got him arrested for this.
So what was this?
And then
what's the story now?
He was arrested September 11th in New York after KPJ and Gondrazik got into an alleged physical altercation at the Millennium Hilton.
You don't remember the whole thing? He was at the hotel. He went out. She came back. She didn't open the door, and allegedly they got into a domestic violence.
Yeah, excuse me, Envy. She initially told police Porter struck her several times and choked her, leaving her with a laceration over her eye and fractured neck vertebrae.
Oh yeah, I do remember that story.
Yeah. So you remember it when I told it. Thank you, Envy. And then and then came back later like he didn't hit me. Now she played for the WNBA as well. She's not playing no more, and I don't know why. But do you know why, Envy?
I don't know why she's not playing.
Okay. Yeah, well, she not anymore. But he just got over there on the Houston Rockets or whatever. And she was like, no, he didn't hit me. So either, she's protecting him now or it never happened.
Gotcha.
We don't know. So that's just the news. She's also claiming that they're no longer dating. So it's not like she's doing this to save a relationship, but she could be trying to save a black man.
I don't like that they put that story in your face 5 seconds before the rumor report went up, before Jess with the mess went up, because you was already with the Britney ready to
I was
go.
ready
and they just
to go
put that
with
in front of you.
it.
I don't like how they did that to you, Jess.
I don't like how they didn't even, but it's all right. I like how Envy tried to save me, but it's all right.
You should have just ripped that up.
Because it just makes me look even worse. When I don't know. So I don't know.
I don't know why I did that. Don't do that to Jess no more.
But I do like that I got the name right. Kaiser Gondrazik.
You did. But the thing about that is sad a lot of times is, people automatically think somebody's guilty before court. Like it just takes me back to 2 weeks ago with the Major League Baseball player. The Major League Baseball player, he was up, I think, to sign like $150 million deal, and a woman said that he sexually assaulted her. He lost the deal. He had to go overseas and play in Japan because Major League Baseball let him go, allegedly, and it came out that it wasn't true.
It's like, shouldn't they be prisoned for that? Like, y'all should go to jail for that if people find out that you lying.
Well, right here it says one charge has been dismissed, but he still has 2 other charges.
He's fighting other ones.
They said he dropped all the charges at one time.
Kevin Porter Jr.?
No. I thought you were talking about the baseball player. Oh, no. And he just got traded too. Kevin Porter got traded to OKC.
Okay, so he was on the Rockets, my bad, and then went over there. Yeah, so they did this.
Man, stop trying to make sense of that story. They just gave it to you 2 seconds before you went up. Don't come in here with more stories, Tim.
Well, moving on.
You confused her even more. Now she's going to come here and give you another story.
I know, but this is the one that I really wanted to do. I had to talk about Kaiser Gondrazik.
That ain't even his name. Man, Lord have mercy.
All right, listen. Britney Spears says she was pregnant with Justin Timberlake's child.
Oh, my God, no.
She said that. Now, why this is just coming to the forefront, Jada Pinkett could be, you
already know.
Conjuring up some secrets from others' old past as well. She said that, along with telling us that, why she had shaved her head. And
Don't say she got alopecia too.
That's what I was going to say. Oh my God, is she a alopecia survivor like Tupac? But no, she's not. She said people have been telling her what to do with her body since she was a very, very young girl, a preteen. So that was her way of fighting back. That's why she shaved her head. Because maybe it was allegations going on her. Her ex-husband was making her do it.
Yeah.
Her dad was making her. No, she did that as a fight back. But speaking of Jada, she does have a book coming out. Britney Spears. She has a book coming out, and I don't know what it's called.
Speaking of Jada, Britney Spears.
It's called The Woman in Me. It comes out October 24th, so we need to get that.
That's why she's spilling all this tea.
This is why she's spilling all this tea. But
course.
Justin Timberlake did say He wasn't ready to be a child. He did slam the room, and he didn't say she was lying. He just was like, I wasn't ready to be a child's father yet. I mean, I just wasn't ready to do that. And she deserved better. So basically, and that's probably why Christina Aguilera was like, well, I hope she cool with me. I don't want her to be saying nothing.
Brittany should have given herself a beat though, because Hurricane Jada's still out here wrecking havoc. Like, she should have pushed her book back till November.
She just teased
this
a
is
little
good,
bit.
but this is good tea. No, Brittany, because this is good tea, but don't nobody seem to care.
Yeah. Not yet. But when they start hearing the stories,
they should have waited. Jada's still out here. Let Jada get hers off. They should have waited a little bit.
Jada's already. The book came out. We already did the interview, so it's going to die down by the end of the week, and now we're going to jump right to Brittany.
I don't know if we're going to die down. Jada Pinkett got another interview today somewhere, so we don't know for real. And then listen, real quick before we done, I know that everybody's all mad at her and talking about her, like, oh my God, why is she doing all of this, right?
She sticking up for Baltimore.
And I'm telling you, y'all got to stop playing with her. She been going through a lot. I don't know, what's going on, with her hair and all that, but I'm saying, like, it's other things that this lady's been going through.
We've been going through a lot too. They've been going through a lot as a couple
with each other.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all just skip past Brittany abortion. That's crazy.
Oh my God. That was long time ago, but she just
Brittany and Justin.
And then about
you ain't even
Jada
do no
talking
bye,
about
bye,
Tupac.
joke or nothing.
At least Jada talking about Tupac. At least she's talking about somebody that's not here no more. That'd be a problem if she was talking about somebody who was still alive like this. That'd be crazy. I'm on Jada. This is crazy.
I don't know what happened.
Because everybody mad because she talking about Tupac. All right, that was her best friend.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
yeah.
But if a nigga was alive and she was talking about somebody alive like that, we'll have a couple more people to smack.
This was just with the mess.
And it was messy.
That was really a mess.
That was a mess.
Because we trying to tie Brittany with Jada.
It made sense somehow.
Somehow, some
Not
way.
really, but it was entertaining.
To me, it did. I'm rocking with you, Jess.
Thank you.
And that was Jess with the mess. When we come back, Teslin Figaro will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Jess Hilarious here.
Hey,
and let's get in some front page news. Now, where we starting, Tez?
Well, good morning, DJ NV.
Morning.
Good morning, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy.
They passing notes in class, Tez. I want you to know that. You trying to do your stuff, and they passing notes in class.
I was showing Jess how Christina Aguilera said she hope her and Britney Spears good.
Right, because
she know Britney got a book. Like, let's make sure we good.
You see them
I
passing
wish I
notes?
had nothing but blessings.
I see him passing notes. I love it when Jess is here, by the way.
You trying to conduct class this morning, and they passing notes. See that?
Sorry. Right.
We over being serious trying to do the news. They passing notes.
What's up, Tez? What we saw with these Republicans?
Yes, DJ Envy. We're going to start with Representative Jim Jordan. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, so I have to keep giving you updates on the Speaker of the House. They tried to vote him in. Didn't happen. He failed on the initial round after 20 of his fellow Republicans voted against him. But Jim Jordan said he's going to keep going. Let's listen to what he had to say.
We're going to keep going. I've had great conversations, great discussions with our colleagues. And frankly, no one in our conference wants to see any type of coalition government with Democrats. So we're going to keep working, and we're going to get to the votes.
How many ballots are you willing to go through?
So until we get a speaker, we got to have a speaker, and it can't be some deal with the Democrats. I mean, American people don't want that. They elect Republicans in a majority, small majority. I get it.
He should learn from Kevin McCarthy when stuff like this happens, because if they got to keep voting, they don't really want you. So when you finally do get the position, it ain't like you got no damn power.
Right. Kind of like a bad relationship. You're going to force the relationship on. But I want to bump back up and make sure y'all heard what he said. We will not be working with a coalition with Democrats. So they are making it he's making it very clear. Jim Jordan makes it very clear they're not interested in working with Democrats. So I don't know, Charlamagne, how much work they're going to get done, once they vote him in. I don't think much. But I want to make sure you guys heard that. And then for those who don't know who Jim Jordan is, he is a heavy Trump supporter, MAGA supporter. And he was in the news after the January 6th insurrection, where he struggled to answer the question on if he talked to Trump or not. So I wanted to bump that clip back up so you can know exactly who will possibly be in charge of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives. Let's take a listen.
On January 6th, did you speak with him before, during, or after the Capitol was attacked?
I'd have to go. I spoke with him that day after. I think after. I don't know if I spoke with him in the morning or not. I just don't know. I'd have to go back and. I don't know that when those conversations happened. But what I know is I spoke with him all the time.
Were you convinced by that answer?
No.
Okay.
But politicians always sound like they're lying to me. So
right. Well, that definitely doesn't sound too convincing. And folks may be asking, well, why does this matter? Well, because the House does not have a speaker for the last 2 weeks. They ousted Kevin McCarthy, which was historic, did not have a backup plan. And again, we have major things going on. We're in the middle of a government funding deadline that will happen in November. Obviously, there's still crisis in Ukraine. Now we have the war in Israel with Hamas. And again, Republicans can't figure out who should lead their party. It's so interesting that, we're telling the world how to handle their business, but yet literally they cannot decide on who should be in charge of the Republican Party, which has a majority of Congress, by the way, which is quite embarrassing in my opinion.
All right.
So another vote is scheduled today at 11 a.m. and we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, let's jump right to Las Vegas. What happened in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know if this belongs in Donkey of the Day, but it is some news that I thought you guys may want to know. A Las Vegas police officer gets 12 years in prison for robbing casinos. He was sentenced Tuesday to 12 years in federal prison for stealing over $165,000 in a trio of casino heists, including one where he was found guilty of brandishing a department-issued weapon. So just so in case you didn't hear that, he used his police weapon to rob a casino. Khalid Rogers is his name, and he has been on unpaid suspension while they try to figure out, what they should do, which is, I think that's quite odd. It's been nearly 20 months that he's been on unpaid suspension. He did apologize after the sentencing. He said he understands his mistakes, and the judge said that he understood that he had a gambling addiction and financial troubles, and the judge appeared to be kind of sympathetic by saying he credited him with his service to community, but, still gave him that time. So I thought that was an interesting story. You don't really hear about police officers robbing, they set it off on, but this police officer did.
That reminds me of Dead Presidents, but that is crazy. Cause how did he even get caught though? How?
Yeah. He robbed one casino for $73,000. Then he did a second one for $30,000. And he said, let me keep going. He did another one for $11,000. And he was caught on the fourth one. He shoved a 60-year-old woman out the way. He put about $80,000 in his bag. And then when he ran out, he was tackled by the guards and his wig flipped off. Literally, this is what they said in the article. His wig flipped off, went flying in the air. And then they were able to recover the money, and that's how he got caught.
Wow. But I like how they put that he shoved the 60-year-old lady. He ain't do nothing. He just pushed her over probably a little bit. That is so funny. 60 is not even that old.
60 ain't old at all.
He shoved the 60-year-old woman out the way.
I like how they put her to this wig went flying in the air.
Right. What race is it?
Guess what race is
it? Guess what? Yeah, want to play a game, guys?
Please.
Definitely white.
I was about to say white, but black men be having toupees nowadays.
I was ready to say,
too.
no, I ain't going to say white. I'm going to say black. What was he?
White.
He was a white guy. Yeah.
Oh my God. I just keep thinking of Lorenz Tate and Dead President. And I throw the chair. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tiz.
Absolutely.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
All right. When we come back, Nicole Avant will be joining us. She has a new book, Think You'll Be Happy?
Man.
Moving Through Grief with Grit, Grace, and Gratitude.
Anybody out there that's dealing with grief on any level, which we all do to some extent, right? Some worse than others. This is the book that you need to be reading, and you need to hear Nicole's story.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Nicole Avant. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, this is Nicole Avant, the daughter of the legendary Clarence Avant, the legendary daughter of Jacqueline Avant. Mm-hmm. And she wrote a book, Think You'll Be Happy. And you know how I feel about your father. I've told you that a million times. I got the opportunity to tell Mr. Clarence himself, he's one of my top 4 inspirations ever. Oh. In this entertainment business. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the guy.
Thank you for saying that. He really was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's stealth. Mm-hmm. I've never seen, he was 92 when he passed, and that man going through his whole life and documenting his life and looking at everything, I said, you had a million opportunities to quit and would have every reason to quit, mm-hmm. and no one would have ever judged you. Mm-hmm. And he looked at me like, why would you don't quit? You don't get to quit. You could pause, you could pivot, mm-hmm. but no, like, your life is your life. You don't know how long you're going to be here. And his whole thing is like, you come with a number and you end with a number.
That's right.
So what are you going to do with your dash? That was it. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with your life? And it wasn't about fame for him. His whole thing is, greatness is very different from being famous.
That's right.
And a lot of people now, the new generation is thinking, oh, if I'm famous, I'll be great. No. You're great and you're worthy and you're valuable just because you're alive. You don't have to have a title to be great.
That's right.
Or worthy or important or significant.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm feeling a lot. That was his whole thing, even when he was passing away and as, his last days with me, he was, his last words basically were like, keep your mind right, girl.
Wow.
Keep your mind right. Okay, Daddy, I will.
That's going to be the name of the book. When you write Clarence' book, Keep Your Mind Right?
Yeah, Keep Your Mind Right.
Okay.
Yes, and with all his isms.
Okay. Because this book is Think You'll Be Happy. Let people know why that title is
yes. So Think You'll Be Happy, Moving Through Grief with Grit, Grace, and Gratitude. I was already writing a book in 2020 after I did The Black Godfather. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to write a book maybe based on the themes of The Black Godfather, which I picked 3 themes: grit, grace, and gratitude. And then I'm writing it in a couple of drafts and they weren't right. Nothing was landing. And then this tragedy, my mom is killed during a home invasion. And I'm like, oh God. And I thought, well, I have this book that I was writing. Well, I'm not putting this out. How are you going to put out a book on grit, grace, and gratitude after this? But my father was like, no, you don't let anyone take your life. You don't let anyone stop you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I said, yeah, but Dad, it's called Grit, Grace, and Gratitude. And then Think You'll Be Happy. Those were the last words that my mom said to me at 8 o'clock that night. So we were texting about a sweet potato pie. And she said, because my dad, typical Clarence, they came for Thanksgiving the week before. He took his leftovers, and we didn't even get to the pie that my mom brought for me. And she was so proud that she brought me this great pie. And he took it home. So every day after Thanksgiving, she's like, come get your pie. Come get your pie. And I said, Mom, you and this pie, it's okay. And then she texted me that night at 8 o'clock. And we went back and forth about the sweet potato pie. And I said, I'll come get it tomorrow. I'll think about it. I'll come get it tomorrow. She said, okay, think you'll be happy. Never saw her again.
Wow.
Never heard from her again. And so when that happened, I thought, you know what? And then we looked at, when I was showing my publisher, my team, the last text, they were like, that's the title of the book, because your mom actually didn't just say, think you'll be happy about a sweet potato pie. You know, energetically and spiritually, that was your mantra to go forward in life. That was your mantra to go, because my mom was a big believer on your words and your actions and your thoughts will create your life. It just can't change it. We see proof of that every single day. So I was like, right, think you'll be happy.
I was going to ask, how long did it take and how difficult was it?
Oh, it was, so I started writing right after I finished writing after she passed. So, a year and a half, 2 years, altogether 3 years. And it was difficult to write because it was reopening the wound. Kind of felt like salt going back into the wound. But it was also the most cathartic thing I could have ever done, because I was able to share stories and remember stories about her that did make me happy, that did make me grateful, that Jacqueline Avant, Jackie A, that's what we used to call her, Jackie A, was my mother. And she really took pride in raising her children and supporting her family and loving her family. And she loved history, all history, but especially my history. She's like, you need to know who you are before you leave this house every day. So she had this thing, and we called it the Great Wall. It was letters and anything from Booker T. Washington to Ida B. Wells to Harriet Tubman to George Washington Carver and Hank Aaron and so and so. So she's like, so politics, sports, entertainment, literature, art, you're going to see the greats. Josephine Baker, there was not a day where I didn't walk out of my house where I didn't look at Josephine Baker or Ruby Bridges. My mom's whole point is like, so when you go out in the world, you will understand who you come from.
That's right.
What stock do you come from? And then so no matter what comes against you, you'll know the truth of, you owe these people a life. You owe people, these people could have quit and could have taken their own lives, and they fought, and here you are.
Doing this book also had to be tough because you're honoring your mother with this book, but then the late, great Clarence Avant passed away. So how have you been navigating that?
It was the last 20 months. So when we left the hospital, so my mom, she was shot. She was shot in the back. She made it to the hospital. She did not die in her house. She made it to the hospital. She, was in surgery. They did what they could, but she lost way too much blood. From that moment, I looked at my father. Right when they gave us the news, I said, "Okay, you're coming home with me." Let's just. We were all shocked, trauma, stress, all that. I just said, "Come home with me." And then for the last 20 months, I said, "Okay, you're gonna be my road dog. We're just gonna hang. We're gonna be together. I'm not gonna leave you. You're not gonna leave me, and we're gonna get through this as best as we can." I don't even know what it looks like, Daddy. Yeah, I was like, but we're gonna get through it. And he would catch me sometimes. He's like, "Get out of that quicksand. Get out of that quicksand, because I could see you just spiraling." And he was so great because he was still Clarence. And he basically was like, some days he didn't even say killed. He never even used that word. He would say, "When Jackie disappeared." But to have him for 20 months living under my roof with my husband, and we just decided, okay, our intention with him is he's going to feel safe, he's going to feel loved, and he's going to feel secure. Out of a tragedy, that was the best thing that could have happened, was that I got to live with Clarence again.
All right, we got more with Nicole Avant. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Nicole Avant. Her book, Think You'll Be Happy. Moving Through Grief with Grit, Grace, and Gratitude. Her book is out right now. Now, the phrase, "it is what it is." Break that down.
Clarence. So one of his isms was, "It is what it is. Now, what are you going to do about it?" Mm-hmm. And that was Clarence's way of acceptance. Mm-hmm. So his whole thing was, "Look, Nicole, I'm not trying to be hard. It's not crass. It's not saying, oh, it is what it is. Oh, screw you." He was saying, you have to at least own it and don't pretend this didn't happen. It is what it is. So whether it's I lost my job, my wife ran out on me, I got in this car accident, whatever it is, It is what it is. And then you own it. And then you can make a better decision once you take accountability. It is what it is. Now, what am I going to do about it? So for him, for example, he had Sussex Records. He was super successful. He started then putting his hands in everything. And he was stretched so thinly. Bill Withers hated going to the radio station. He owned a radio station. He got into the oil business. He got into publishing. He got into all these things. It was too much for him. And he admitted, and I was a little arrogant. So everything crashed. Bill left. He was like, "I don't want to be a part of this. I'm leaving Sussex. I'm going here." This didn't happen. All of a sudden, Sussex folded, radio station folded, everything. He's in full debt. And he said, I had to look at myself and say, it is what it is. So I screwed up on this, and this. I'm in debt. I owe the government this. The IRS is in my office. Da, 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 da. And then he said, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, now what am I going to do about it? And then he slowly but surely started putting the pieces together. Jackie came in, and he was he was a little proud of, asking his friends for help. But my mom wasn't too proud. So she would go drive around with me in the back seat sometimes, going to his friends saying, Clarence does everything for everybody. Where is somebody for Clarence? He's had a bad break. He's been pulling you all up this whole time. And Jerry Moss, who just passed away, the founder of A&M Records, he was the M in A&M Records. He and Herb Alpert, God bless them, and Joe Smith, different times, but they gave my parents seed money to start over. And that's what they did. And then Taboo Records started. And then the first band was the SOS band. And it was Take Your Time, Do It Right. And that was our comeback song in the Avant house. You know what I mean? My mom played it every day. She was like, this is what I mean. If you own what it is and you take accountability, you try at least have the intention to start over. Look what happens. Now we got the number one song here.
Explain to the people, what does choosing to swim mean? Not going down.
Oh, not going down. That's dough, Jackie. So my mom, she loved the idea of, she's like, look, life is she was like, she's such a philosopher. She's like, life, it's like being in an ocean. Some days are going to be really calm. Some days are going to be rough seas. You never know what you're going to get. We think we do, but we don't. And her whole point is, whatever wave comes at you, whatever storm comes, you must make a choice You have to choose to swim. Just don't go down with the ship. It happens to everybody. You got to choose to just swim. It's dark. It's cold. You don't know how you're going to get there. She goes, and maybe you don't make it, but at least choose to try to swim. Don't go down with the ship, which is why that was the mantra in my head of every time I wanted to go down with the ship after this, I wanted to go down a lot. And I was going down a lot. And I would hear my mom like, you know, take a nap and rest, but you got to get out there and you have to swim for me. You know, swim for me. Swim so that people remember me. Right? Like my dad would say, you know, write about Jackie. I go, I don't know what to write. He goes, write about Jackie. Write about our life. Write about this. Like it should be. He believed in legacy. You know, that's why he did everything. What he did was he was trying to create legacy, whether it was Hank Aaron or, you know, Bill Withers or anybody. Like this is legacy to be passed on to the next generations. Like we all survive and thrive on other people's legacy.
Was this book like a closure for you? To get your feelings out, to get everything out?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of crying and a lot of joy at the same time. Because I really did feel, okay, I do believe that things are in divine. I always pray for divine order, always. And I was like, I don't know how this is divine, whatever it is. So this is what I'm doing. If this is how I'm honoring Jackie in a book first, and then I wanted to become more like her, so I started doing the things that she did. You know, I started reaching out to the community more. I didn't just, you know, write a check. I was like, let me come down and see these kids today. Let me go and deliver these books myself. Let me go to this museum and see this exhibition, what Jackie would have wanted. And then she started to live within me in a different way, you know? And now kind of with my dad, it's the same thing. I get now what he was doing for Ali and everybody. It was like, we got to put these people on the map so that nobody forgets. We have to create our own legacy like everybody else does.
What do you think the greatest lesson is you learned from your mother? The ultimate one. I mean, it's a lot of them.
Oh, so many. It's really simple. Jackie Avant really believed in, she loved history and the importance of history and culture, different cultures. You know, learning about different cultures. She hated cultural appropriation. She was like, it's cultural appreciation. What is happening with people? You know what I mean? Like, she loved that, but she gave me this sense of a zest for life. She loved being alive. She believed in hope. She believed in compassion. And she lived a compassionate life. She lived a life of service. And she lived a life of giving and kindness. And the greatest lesson I got from her was, use your freedom wisely. Use your thoughts wisely. Use your words wisely. We're the only creatures on earth that we can release our past, right? We don't have to carry it if we don't want to. You could really try to release it, manage it, something. But we're the only creatures on the earth that actually have an imagination that allows us to create the future that we want. And that was her greatest lesson. Like, do not forget that the power within you is the same power that creates worlds and stars. And you know what I mean? You're connected to the same thing.
That's right.
So that's what she gave me, this understanding of life and understanding of living a worthy life, that, you know, live a significant life.
They always say, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. What have you done more of?
Oh, I love that.
Far?
I laughed.
Okay.
I try to laugh a lot. I watch a lot of comedy. The comedians save me. I was watching Chappelle for the last 20 months. I've never watched so many Netflix comedy specials. Sebastian, Chappelle, Chris Rock, everybody. The laughter really is a healing balm. It really does shift your energy. My heart would break open in different ways, and I would go to sleep every night during my trauma and my stress. I would watch comedy before I went to sleep. I needed to laugh before I laid my head down on the pillow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the book, pick it up. Think You'll Be Happy. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story. I appreciate it so much.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right, Jess Hilarious is here. And let's get to Jess Fix My Mess.
The news is real. Whether it's Ciofalo, Jessica Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report.
I don't do that. Stop. It's just for the mess, and this is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stop.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
Don't let him do that to you, Jess. Jess, you got this, Jess. You got this, Jess.
No,
you got this, Jess.
Shut up. This is a heavy story, too. I had to just breathe.
Lord.
For real, Cardi B wants to put a bullet through her head. That's what she said. This was very, very sad. Cardi B recently had a back and forth with a critic on social media, something that she always lets get to her, man. And it led to her revealing some negative thoughts about herself. Like little things like this. Cardi B, the only Mexican I know that don't work hard. Like she let that get to her.
Cardi worked her ass off.
Yeah,
but Cardi's not Mexican.
Oh, you right. Yeah,
oh,
damn.
Yeah, not Mexican. Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so why did you even get upset at that? These people just poke her because they know that she'll get upset.
She gonna respond.
Because to that she says, I hope you and your mom go away. You know, she said that.
Yeah,
and then yeah, man, sometimes people just get tired. Like, she was like, and she responded to this, keep wishing death on people and watch how it come back on you. She said, I don't give a F, man. F y'all. Y'all can call me Mexican, bring me down, hurt my feelings, talk S about me. Everything. This is why I don't release music. And then she said, I just want to put a bullet in my head. So we know Mental Health Day was October 10th. And so I just wanted to extend that all over because stop thinking because people got money and they rich and they celebrities that they don't go through things too, and that.
Yeah, I know. Barty likes to clap back, but I feel for Barty because we see where she started. We see the grind, and she started from the club, and nobody believed, and then she became one of the biggest female, the biggest superstars in the last 10 years. So. Drop a bomb for Barty, man.
That's
she
right.
really
Drop
doing
a
it.
clean bomb for Barty. And something else Cardi said in there that's very true. Stop wishing bad on people.
Yes.
Because all God gonna do is bless them and give you a front row seat.
Yeah.
Okay, with 3D glasses on.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Somebody said that to her.
Oh, I know.
And then
I'm talking to those people.
Yeah. Somebody told her stop wishing death on people. Because she was upset at something that somebody said.
They right, though.
And then, they are right. They are right. But I just want people to stop feeling like that. Celebrities aren't regular people too.
Human beings as well.
They are human beings, and sometimes it takes a lot. So I just want her to put the phone down because for every person that hate her, it's just 1,000 people that love her.
Absolutely.
So it's like, come on.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Blueface claims he had Megan Thee Stallion. Last month, Blueface's mom went on social media to share her opinion on Blueface and Meg Thee Stallion. We got audio. Ray, let me hear that.
Megan and Blue need to make a baby. Yes, I don't know why y'all was trying to act like she too good for my son. The just got in the foot. Come on now. Stop playing with me. My son ain't about to in no foot. He might in that ass, but he ain't gonna in the foot.
Wow.
Jesus.
Don't try to play my baby like Megan too good for my son.
Wait.
The last doing push-ups right now. No offense. No.
Not no offense.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
No.
Please.
What?
Why they play that audio but not the audio from Hollywood Unlocked with Blueface acting?
All right, so that's why I said don't ask no question. Just wait a minute.
About to jump into it. You let her finish.
Just
this
breathe.
is Jess with the mess.
Please.
Okay.
Just breathe.
All right.
So when Blueface and his girlfriend, baby mother, Jaden Alexis or whatever, was on the most recent episode of the Jason Lee show, Jason Lee asked about it, but got more information than he planned for. Please now play this audio, Red.
What did you think about his mom wanting to hook him up with Megan Thee Stallion?
What I think about it, it was a clout reach.
Yeah, I mean...
The clout reach went backwards. Like, it's cool.
I already been there and done that. Been there and done what?
Exactly.
You slept with Megan?
Jason, I didn't say that.
Look at me. Are you saying you slept with Megan Thee Stallion? You said been there, done that.
It's alright.
Okay.
I might have got some.
Oh my God, no.
No, I don't. Why? Don't include me in that. You talking to him. Don't include me in that.
A long time ago.
For real?
Jason, I've been in the...
Why? Because I never gagged.
I've been in the game in a long time, Jason. Like, XXL freshman 5 years ago. BET Awards, like, I don't say too much, but, if asked, if I will, I'm going to give you nothing but the truth.
Well, I will say he don't be lying about a lot of things. I don't like his antics, but he do not be lying about a lot of things. But 5 years in the game, that's not a long time. He was basically insinuating back in 2019, he was making it seem like him and Meg Thee Stallion, when they were both a part of that XXL freshman class, that's around the time it could have been it happened. That's what he hinted. But Jason gonna find out some stuff, ain't he?
Yeah. Quick little production meeting. We should have played that clip first, then played the other clip.
The mama.
But I will also.
But it came from the mama. That's what the question.
Came from the mom.
Jason Lee asked because that's what the mom said. So they played it right.
Cause she actually,
yeah.
Oh,
you don't be listening. You don't be listening.
Yeah.
You don't be listening.
I heard
you don't be listening.
I saw the Jason Lee clip first. I ain't hear nothing.
The mama clip was months ago.
Yeah, because she actually wanted she wanted Blueface to have a baby with Megan. She actually wanted to put them on, and then when the backlash came from like, what? Megan would never. And
let me ask you a question. As a woman, as a notable figure, a public figure, Jess, does that worry you that the bigger your star grows, there's gonna be men out there that are ready to say they hit or did something to you?
But see,
I think that's corny.
Oh, absolutely, that's corny.
It's Blueface's truth to tell, but I just don't feel the need. Why do that?
And then it's even cornier because you have your girlfriend / baby mother, right there sitting next to you, who obviously this was she was blindsided by this. But no, that's one thing that y'all never had to worry about with Jess Hilarious, because none of these hit me. So none of these
industry dudes.
None of these industry.
It don't got to be the industry dudes.
Oh no. Even before, if I was a single woman, it would be ain't nobody gonna never be able to say, oh yeah, Jess Hilarious. It'll be a bunch of Jesses told me no, a bunch of Jess told me no's. Yeah, we ain't gonna have to ever worry about that.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. I know Wale, but I ain't crazy. I don't be doing that.
Somebody selling some mid in Baltimore right now, ready to tell a lie.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway, let me get to my next story. For real,
Jess,
the last one.
Go Jess.
Diddy wanted to fight Will Smith and
man. No,
for real, he did.
Is this in the book?
Yes, come
Jada
on.
Pinkett, is this in the book?
No, this is not in the book. Diddy wanted to fight Will Smith after him and Jada tried to get with J-Lo. Remember, this was back in the day.
If you don't cut it out,
cite
your sources.
Oh my God, for real. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, did an interview with The Art of Dialogue, and he opened up about an altercation Diddy wanted to get into. Go ahead, because Diddy really wanted to fight.
A birthday party that I think either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck.
Matt Damon.
It was just a little gathering. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada, and it was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well, he stood up. So I go towards him. And he said to me, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close because I'm snuffing. So I didn't go back over there where Will Smith's sister and her husband was. I stayed like about, if he snuffed Will, I could move slow enough that Will could probably get 2 or 3 punches back in. Yeah, but that's funny. He thought that Jada and Will was coming on too strong to Jennifer, making advances.
I want the industry to go back to having secrets, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Diddy was going to snuff Will. Yeah.
Who you think would have won, though? Who you think would have won that fight?
Wait, I don't know.
My God.
I don't know, because, Jada just said that Will had hands. Will still got hands.
I think Will got hands.
I don't know if that story is true or not, but nobody cares about the truth and the lies.
More entertaining, of course.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's fly, though.
And then also, Will and Jada considering a joint book. During an interview with Carlos Greer from Extra, Jada Pinkett Smith claimed that she's been speaking to Will about writing a book together. She said the book will be called Don't Try This at Home. Do not try this at home. That's going to be what it's called. The book is supposed to address their relationship and how they've navigated their life partnership over the years.
How many pages is this book? Right there, Charlamagne. How many pages?
407, I think.
She already told
398 of them.
Yeah.
407. Yeah, 407.
How you leak your own book? That's crazy.
407 pages.
I'm going to read it, though.
That's nice. I'm going to read it, too.
Y'all think that's fly, though?
What?
It's the Will and Jada
trying to scoop up Jada.
Right.
That's fly.
And listen, this is the legendary goals couple. And now we see the shambles is just unfolding right in front. And it is what it is. Listen, but I remember a clip Will Smith said, she ain't leaving. We ain't getting no divorce. She gonna be here.
Damn. All right.
Because a man knows what a man needs.
Man, shut up, Jess.
That is Jess with the mess, all right? Now, Charlamagne, we got donkey today. Who you giving that donkey to, man?
Oh, man, there's a man named Johnny Yates in Florida. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him. We're going to talk about men and how stupid we are when we get caught.
All right.
We'll
also,
discuss.
after that, Jess Fix My Mess. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, Jess is back finally.
Yes.
800-585-1051 should fix all your ish. All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
I was donkey up the day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for donkey of the day.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called donkey of the day, and it really caught me off guard.
Damn, Charlamagne, who got the donkey of the day today?
Well, Jess Hilarious, who's actually here this morning. Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, October 18th, goes to a Florida man named Johnny Yates. What does Young Kashala always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now, nobody likes going to jail. If you've ever had a warrant or been wanted for something, that feeling of evading the police for as long as you can is a very stressful feeling. Okay, I don't care how cool NORE made being on the run sound, it is not. Okay, no matter how much you eating, it's not. All right, especially knowing that at any given moment, them boys in blue could be coming for you. And that's the predicament Johnny Yates found himself in. Johnny is 41 years old, and he was wanted by the Polk County Sheriff's Office for aggravated battery, false imprisonment, and tampering charges. Deputies showed up to his house around 2:45 p.m. on a Saturday after getting a tip that he was inside. Oh, somebody told on him. There was a reward out for his arrest, or somebody didn't like him, okay? One of the two. But when they got to his house, they noticed a dry eraser board in front of a window. Y'all know the dry erase board that you write on? The police pulled up and they saw it in front of a window, and written on it, it said, Johnny Yates does not live here. I promise you there's nothing stupider on this planet than a man who gets caught, or should I say a man who gets caught but doesn't want to accept the reality that they've been caught. I don't care if you get caught by the police or if you get caught cheating. Even though black men don't cheat, other men can get caught butt naked in the poom poom mid-stroke. Your woman catch you, and a man will make up the stupidest lie on the spot. Mid-stroke, you looking at him, he will tell you, it ain't me, okay? This my cousin. And you know what? I feel like it's our parents' fault, okay? When you grow up in a certain environment, you train to lie. It started because of our parents. Parents train kids to tell stupid-ass lies at an early age. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. On a Saturday, walk up to somebody's house, you can see the family in the house, sprinklers is running, cars in the yard, you see the dad through the window drinking a beer, knock on the door, a little 6-year-old open the door, talking about they home alone. You know what I'm saying? You in the house as a child around 10 or 11, phone rings, you pick it up, you know, it's the bill collector. Your mama whisper loud as hell, tell him I ain't here. You get back on the phone. My mom said she ain't here. She want to know if you can leave a message though. Or you go to IHOP. You know kids eat free at IHOP. You know what I'm saying? You get one, what did it say? What did IHOP kids eat free under 10? Or something like that? Yeah.
I don't think it's 10, but yeah.
Is it 10? I thought it was under 10.
I thought it was 8. But go ahead.
But either way, you be in IHOP with your parents, you're clearly going through puberty, but your parents will tell you, and the way to ask you, tell them you 9.
Oh my God.
Mom, I drove here. Okay, I'm 15. All right, I got my learner's permit and my mustache coming in. The moral of the story is, it's parents' fault that we like this. Little white lies as kids turn to big lies on a whiteboard as an adult. And I want to know, Johnny, what was your end goal? Did you actually think they was going to read the sign and say, damn, we missed him, guys? All right, Johnny doesn't live here anymore. Can somebody get the new address? Now, Johnny didn't go out without a fight either, because somebody walked out the house and confirmed, no, Johnny is in there. Okay, so cops surrounded the house for an hour, and then they tried to smoke him out, literally. I didn't even know police did this. Did y'all know they got something called surrender smoke?
No.
Where they dispense surrender smoke inside the house, and then they smoke you out?
No.
So 4 people came out the house, but none of them was Johnny. So let's keep count here now. One person came out and told him Johnny was in there. They smoked 4 more people out. That's 5 people in this house. All right, 5 people. I want to play a game of guess what race this is.
Oh my God.
But clearly, say it, Jess.
Mexicans.
It's clearly Mexican, ain't it? Right?
Oh my God.
So they called out for Johnny some more. They did another round of surrender smoke. Still no Johnny. So they let the dogs out. K-9 unit went in and they found Johnny hiding in a modified dresser. Like the dresser, you know the dressers?
Yeah.
He was hiding
in a dresser.
In a dresser. We definitely don't got to play a game of guess what race it is.
No.
There's several generations of a family living in a 2-bedroom house. He could fit in a modified chest
that he built.
And he wrote on a whiteboard, me no hair. Come on now.
He right no me no hair.
Please give Johnny Yates the biggest hee-haw.
That is not no me no hair. He did not write me no hair.
Say peace be to
Peace be to me no hair.
Me no hair today.
Me no hair tomorrow.
All right, and I just want to tell y'all, if you purchase an adult entree, kids get a free kids meal at IHOP between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. So it's no more kids eat free.
There's no more kids eat free.
No, this is purchase an adult entree and get a free kids meal at IHOP daily from 4 to 10.
So kids eat free.
No age limit. I said no. You said an age limit. You said kids under 10. I
said kids.
When you purchase an adult entree,
and you get a free kids meal
between 4 and 10. Yes, but that's not free and 12.
That's the time of the age.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you confused.
I can read right. I went to Hampton. I can read correctly.
Okay, Lord Hampton.
I hate y'all. Right up next is Jess Fix My Mess. 800-585-1051. If you need Jess to fix your mess, call us up right now. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Jesus.
The Breakfast Club.
Help me. Tell her. Made it. It's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Oh my God. I'm all up in your mess. I'ma fix it. Fix it.
Fix my mess.
Fix it. Fix it. Just gonna fix your mess, because my advice is real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here. And it's time for Jess Fix My Mess. And we have Derek on the line. Derek, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, Derek, what's your question for Jess?
Okay, guys. So it's a little bit of a sob story. So just give me a second. When I was about 19 years old, I went blind from CMV retinitis. I'm now 24, and I really don't know what I should do with my life. And I also am really, guys, I really would like for you guys to help me find some kind of surgeon or something. Like, I'm very desperate. Like, I really need help. I want my eyesight back. I don't want to be blind anymore.
Okay. So you are, so you need first of all, good morning. And you need a surgeon for like an eye doctor to help you with your vision, or correct me if I'm wrong. What is it?
Yes, I am blind from CMV retinitis.
Okay, what is CMV retinitis? I would love to know what that is.
It's I don't really can't really explain it really that well, but it's some kind of like mucus that was in my brain that developed after a while.
Okay.
And it started to make my retina look like cottage cheese.
Yeah. Okay.
And by the time I went to the eye doctor, it was kind of like too late.
Can you see a little bit? Or, because sometimes legally blind, you can see a little bit.
Like shapes and patterns.
I can't really see anything. Only some light perception, but that's about it.
And this happened when you were 19 and you're 24 now.
Correct.
So he wants to know what should he do with his life?
Well, you should get surgery first. Not to know what you want to do with your life. Damn. What do you like to do other than what do you like to do?
Well, I'm very funny. I'm very smart. I'm very amazing. I've been trying to do the whole TikTok thing. I don't know if it's really been working. Yeah, so I've been trying to do little things here and there to keep my mind off things. But like I said, I really would like if you guys could please help me like find some kind of doctor. Like, I don't know if you guys can, but I don't. I just need help.
Yeah. Where are you located?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, you're in Brooklyn. Envy. He knows a lot.
Well, if you're a doctor out there that can help this gentleman out, because we're not familiar with what's wrong with him or how it can be helped or fixed. So if you're a doctor out there, hopefully you can call us up and maybe give him some advice. And sir, we'll put you on hold, and hopefully we can find somebody and pass on the information to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad that y'all realized y'all didn't know what to do with that young man. Okay, I'm glad. I thought one of y'all was really about to try to tell him how to see. I was waiting. I was just sitting back waiting.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hello, who's this?
This Ra-Ra.
Ra-Ra, man, your situation is foul. But go ahead, tell Jess, Ra-Ra.
What's going on, Ra-Ra?
Here this nigga Charlamagne go already. All right, check this out, man. I've been with my wife for 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
She stuck with me for 7 years in prison. Bought me a car when I got out, man. She always made sure I had money on my books. Mm-hmm. She always kept money on the phone. We have 4 kids together. She takes good care of the kids. She's a great mama. She's always been a devoted wife. I go.
Get to the butt. Get to the butt.
Yeah, what happened? What happened?
What?
Okay, she's not looking as good as she used to, man. She's not looking as good, and she don't want to do it to me as much as we used to, and it's getting to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, like, I love her to death. She's a good woman, but she doesn't look good anymore, and she won't do it as much. She thinks she's old. She don't like to hold her legs up.
Yes, she held this man down for 7 years when he was in jail.
Yeah.
They've been together 24 years, and he said she don't look good.
Damn. Okay, so how do you?
And, I mean, we're being truthful, right?
No, we definitely are being. No, we are. How do you look? That is not a joke. Question. That is literally me. How do you look?
Great question.
Because she held you down for 7 years, so I know you probably what you looking like.
Well, she say, I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? It's different with men. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
No, it is not.
What's his
Instagram?
No, it is not.
How much you weigh?
What's your Instagram?
275.
And he 5'4".
What's your height? What's your height?
6 feet.
6 feet.
Oh, so you're 6 foot 275. He's still a big dude, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're big. Okay,
Big
so
dude. Big dude, I'm completely covered in tattoos from head to toe.
Jesus Christ. All right. And head to toe.
And I'm good in the bedroom. Just what it is, what it is.
Oh, it is what it is. Where you from?
Yeah,
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Oh, okay. Where's she from?
She from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
I love her to death, Jess. I love her to death, man.
I know you do.
Let me tell you, the kids, she had 4 kids back to back, so it caused her stomach to be a little big. And like, just age, and she's not looking like she used to look, and it's affecting me.
Well, it sounds like what you are ultimately going to have to do is leave and date younger. Are you opposed to doing that, or do you want to still have your wife there to take care of you while you hitting something young?
No, let me tell you, this chick will kill me. My wife is a banger. She don't play.
That's why you ain't gone. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you. I'm trying to figure out why.
And no, listen, we got 4 kids together. My wife's the kind of woman that'll help you in a fight. Like, she don't play. And like we get into something, she pulling the guns out.
Yeah.
Like, she's a down girl. You know what I'm saying? I love her to death. It's just that one little thing.
Okay,
man.
well then this is what I think y'all should do. Then I think you should sit down because if she'll kill you for leaving her, I think that you should at least try to compromise. You should say, well, hey babe, I think since you ain't looking the way you used to look, and I probably ain't looking the way that I used to look either. I'm
looking the way I used to look.
Okay, well just listen and say that. You say that, and then you can introduce the threesome. Say if she's open enough to bring another young woman in, and that way y'all can make that. Y'all can make that agreement together.
I want them, Jess.
They got money.
Oh,
yeah. They got money.
And it's sad that his wife held him down for all this time when he was locked up, and she held him down. Now he coming.
I married her after I got out of prison. I married her.
But now you care about looks.
7 years I married.
275, 6 foot is fat, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you. I do understand. I'm with both because we can't say his feelings ain't valid either, and we can't say hers. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga Charlamagne, I'm swole,
I understand.
Bro.
I ain't even talking to you. I ain't even say a word to your fat ass. Okay, that's Envy talking. I ain't saying nothing.
Fat ass.
You know what? Meet me at iHeart. Meet me at Can't Believe Breakfast at the Black Effect. Yo, Breakfast Club ain't the place to do that.
I got you.
You need to listen to music. Soul Child don't change.
Oh my God.
So he wants to know, should he stick it out?
I think he should definitely stick it out. Oh, he gonna die. That's what he just said. He said my wife is a banger.
But Jess, I'm saying, like, from a woman's point of view, how would you want to come at you like that?
I don't want a come at me with the truth and say, look, you're not looking how you used to be looking these days. It don't look good.
You don't want to hear that.
I don't want. Listen, I didn't say I want to hear it. If it's the truth, I gotta hear it. What do you mean? You can't be lying.
Just not
you
lying.
Can't lie.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Because both of y'all need to go to the gym together if you're being
Period.
honest.
That's what it sounds like. So be honest with him.
Man, always got jokes.
No, it's the truth. Like, y'all should go to the gym together. Like,
my marriage,
I swear, I'm telling you, just be honest about it, bro.
I personally, that's the beauty of being. That's the beauty of being in love, right? Because we know the looks and everything gonna fade. If you want somebody that's gonna hold you down the way this woman been holding him down.
But am I wrong? But 275, 6 foot is big.
No, he's big. He is big.
Yeah, I think your doctor would tell you that you're fat. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I don't know if he's obese, but he's big. 6 foot.
Let me see.
275. Huh?
Definitely I'm 6 foot, and if I was 275, bro.
If you're 6 feet, it says you should be between 140 and 177, and you are obese if you're 6 feet between 221, 287.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm saying.
God.
He's fat.
Yeah, that man fat.
That's what I said.
He's fat. He can't. Yeah, he probably
He ain't
can
see
look.
his penis
He
in a
look
long
down. He
time.
don't see his penis.
No,
you don't. You don't.
And he probably got young girls running behind him too. That's another thing too. Definitely got some young girls running behind him. He got tattoos all over the place. He a Florida boy. Something about them.
Damn.
We're 800-585-1051. Just fix my mess. Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
X about me.
Relationship problems?
X about me.
You need to beat your coworker's ass.
X about me.
Your coworker need to beat your ass? Call it up. It's Dr. Jess, and I'm here to fix your mess. It's getting very much messy. Let me fix it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Just Fix My Mess, and we have Michelle on the line. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's your question for Jess?
Okay, so I'm really trying to figure out what I should do. I'm so confused. I'm married currently, but I've been separated since February of this year. But I have been seeing this guy since December of last year. The person that I'm seeing, he actually has somebody, but I've met her. So I'm kind of trying to decide what I should do. It's like now my husband's trying to come back, but I'm trying to keep him away.
You sound like Will and Jada.
God damn, yeah.
You sound like Will and Jada.
Could you shut up?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know it's a lot.
That's okay. Okay, so you basically, oh wow. So, damn. So
Yeah.
you have a husband that you're trying to keep away because you want to date your boyfriend who has somebody else too.
Yeah, but yeah.
Right, girl, write a book. Tell it all.
I'm in college, so I'm going through school. I'm about to graduate. So,
Congrats.
being that I was in college, I had to basically stop working because it was so demanding. And it's like my husband, he kind of started entertaining other people.
Okay.
Like he wouldn't come home. He'll be spending like nights out with just other people.
Okay.
And my boyfriend, he's been there like since day one, financially, mentally, everything. He's been there.
Okay, is he younger than you?
No, they're both older than me.
And you found out about it, and instead of leaving, you just got a boyfriend. How did that work?
Yeah, it's
are y'all
like-
open with each other to tell each other, look, like, is you and your husband, is it an open relationship?
I was willing to be open, but he wasn't.
Okay, so he wanted to be able to do what he wanted to do, and you still had to be the devoted wife, committed.
Pretty much. But once I kind of sensed that he was doing what he was doing, I kind of started doing what I wanted to do too. And I
Instead of
got
leaving.
caught because of my Cash App. Like he caught me because of Cash App.
He caught you because of Cash App?
Yes, he went through my Cash App.
Okay.
So it's not like,
So why don't you just get a divorce?
I mean, I'm working on that. I'm fine with that.
Okay, and then your
it's like, so my graduation's coming up, and I want my boyfriend to come because he's been there. But then it's like my husband feel like he should be there too. And
God damn. Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be a
Oh,
fight in the purse.
Okay, so I think look, invite them both. That's what I think. I think look, you can't tell the boyfriend stay home. He been your boyfriend. He been paying bills. He been feeding you financially, sexually and all of that. And then here go your husband on the side who also got his reservations. Like, look, I need to be there because I need to see you graduate. I say invite both of them and tell both of them what they up against. Period.
It's gonna be a fight on people church, and I can't.
Okay, so what you gonna do, boo?
I don't know who I should invite. That's why I was asking y'all to help.
No, I say both. You need to invite both. Talk to your husband. Look, my boyfriend gonna be there, and then talk to your boyfriend. Look, my husband's gonna be there. He ain't gonna not show up. So it is what it is. Y'all gonna have to just come together and support me together, and then y'all can fight it out after I walk across that stage. But that's it.
I know your pH balance all off.
I know it is.
Yeast
Crazy.
infection.
When's
the last time you had sex with your husband?
It's actually been like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay, your boyfriend.
But it's not like that. Like he's staying in a whole other state now. He came down to see the kids. We kind of did what we did.
Yeah, but you feel bad or you don't?
I do feel bad about it.
Yeah, because I know that's your husband, that's the father of your children, but he live in a whole nother state. He going back to doing what he doing, and you just go back. That I feel bad for your boyfriend. I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for your boyfriend.
Lord,
but he got somebody. He go home to somebody. He got somebody too. Anyway.
Everybody got somebody.
Everybody got somebody.
Get out my phone.
Everybody got bacterial vaginosis.
No, everybody. I ain't know she said the boyfriend had somebody
got somebody too. Yeah, everybody got somebody.
So why can't polygamy just be? Why can't polygamy just be a thing? If everybody doing that and everybody know about it, why can't everybody just be one big happy family?
You know why? Because it's not polygamy is not the best way to do things. Polygamy is just I don't care. It's just damaged people from different relationships, people with baggage from different relationships who trying to make it work, who can't stop cheating. That's what polygamy is, in my opinion. And sorry. But I know the polygamy community gonna be, oh my gosh, she canceled because she coming at the way we love. She coming at the way we love.
Well, that is Just Fix My Mess. All right, when we come back.
Hey, and make sure you subscribe to Just Hilarious's podcast, the Carefully Reckless podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. She does Just Fix My Mess on all her podcasts.
Yes.
So you can send in your questions.
Yes, you can. Submit your voice memos or your paragraphs, your stories to the DM of Carefully Reckless, not Just Hilarious Official, but Carefully Reckless Podcast. Submit your stories there.
All right, 800-585-1051 if you ever want to talk to Jess. Now, when we come back, we got Jess with the Mess when we come back. So don't move. She'll give you the rumors report, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club on BET.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here. And let's get to Jess with the Mess.
The news is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report.
I don't do that. Stop.
It's Jess with the Mess. And this is real.
On The Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stock.
Keep it a stock. Okay, Sukihana cries about people bringing up her past. So Sukihana is becoming more popular for her role in Love and Hip Hop and for her music. But recently, she broke down on an episode of Love and Hip Hop because she feels like people won't let her grow and be great. And they're focusing on her past. This she said on the show.
I don't want to be a victim to the world. I want to be a strong person, and it hurts so bad because I made a mistake. You are strong. It just hurts me so bad. I'm not just a celebrity. I have a real life, and I make mistakes like everybody else. Everybody want me to be certain ways, and it's like I am growing just like everybody else. We all make mistakes. I am becoming a star, and they still talk about my past. Everybody that did some holiday. No, it's not. I'm just so tired. I want to give up sometimes.
It's a damn shame those folks' lives have to play out in front of the world, man.
No, listen, I understand. Now, this is not in real time. A lot of people did feel bad for her after saying that, but a lot of people did not because they said, you know, your past isn't far removed. You still doing the same things. You know, you voluntarily went to Baddies. You know what I mean? She was on recent season of Baddies, fighting and all of that stuff. And then, like, you know, just most recent. This is not shot in real time. Love and Hip Hop. They been shot this. You know, so
she might have healed from that moment already.
She healed from that moment, but then went on, you know, to do other behaviors that you just was crying about months ago.
But her past is what got her on those shows, though, right?
Yeah.
Her being a former porn star and doing baddies, and that got her on those shows.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you change that. Only you can change your own narrative.
Correct.
You can change how people see you. So you can do that. Right. And every time somebody says something about it, it's F your kids. I'm not supposed to be no role model for your kids. All right, then be one for yours then. But you understand what I'm saying?
But it's difficult when you put out music like eating his ass and eating her.
Well, don't kink shame her.
I'm not, but people go back to the porn star days, and it's a continuation.
But you don't know what Sukihana could be in the future, and that's the crazy part about life nowadays. We act like people can't grow and people can't evolve.
They
like
can.
Malcolm X was once Malcolm Little. You know what I mean? Maya Angelou had a past like that. I used to think that was the beauty of life, growing and evolving.
But you got to take it and accept it.
I'm not really going to sit here. We're not going to act like we was just talking about somebody else. We talking about Sukihana. Right. You bring up Maya Angelou.
I was going to say that, but I was like, I'm never sliding.
We don't know what she's going to be in 10 years. We don't know what she's going to be in 20.
Well, I know she won't be Sukihana. She'll be Destiny Henderson.
Yes, that's right.
That's who she could be because Sukihana got too much on it. Like in 10 years, she ain't going to be that.
Hey, I seen God do some amazing things with worse.
Yeah,
you know
you're right.
Facts.
And God may wipe Sukihana out of her vocabulary and make her who he made her, Destiny Henderson. That's who he may bring her back to.
And there's a lesson to be learned too. Those ghosts from penis, those
whoa. All right, next
those
story.
ghosts to penis pass and pum penis pass. They can come back to haunt you.
Ghost to penis.
Wow. You know, Jess tried out to be Ghost in Power. Never mind.
No way.
I did. Don't worry about it. That's whatever.
Ghost is a guy. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
That's
50 Cent keep promising me Power Universe. I'm like, yo, I already did the hardest audition. I auditioned to be Ghost.
You tried out to be Ghost?
I did. That's how bad I wanted to be on the show.
You can't be mad 50 and give you that.
Jeannie Mai removes Jenkins from her last name on IG.
What's wrong with y'all? I hate y'all.
I don't listen, yo.
What's wrong with y'all? That's serious. Jenkins, okay.
Her and that's what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever. Why would you ever just become a Jeannie Jenkins anyway? Some names you don't need to pick up. You're Asian, and I don't think Jeannie Mai Jenkins should have been.
Somebody does a nigga exorcism. Get the Jenkins out of her.
Please get the Jenkins.
Yo, I hate y'all, man.
You were not supposed to put that on there. Like, what? Jeannie Jenkins.
Jeannie Mai Jenkins.
Girl.
You're so stupid. Why are you so stupid?
But I don't know because I don't ever.
Shut up, man.
But she's not, and we are supporting her.
Jenkins got to be the top 3 blackest last names ever.
That's why I say
Jackson,
Jenkins,
and
I don't know.
Let me look this up.
And Jenkins again. I don't care.
Yo,
I
Jackson,
cannot.
Jenkins, and what's the third one?
I don't know. It's Williams. Because Williams' son is white.
Brown. Williams is 1 too. Williams is 1. Williams, Johnson, Jenkins, Smith, Brown. Who else we say?
Johnson, yeah, Smith, Brown.
Oh my God, yeah, Johnson, Jeannie Johnson.
Oh, some Washington too now.
Listen, anyway, Angel Reese signs endorsement deal with Reebok. Congratulations, drop the clues bombs for my girl.
Yeah,
she's a Baltimore native, and which I thought was interesting is Shaquille O'Neal, actually, who is the president of Reebok's basketball. Well, Reebok's president of basketball. He's trying to do things like sign, like work with teams and partner with like athletes to get more, get more deals with Reebok. Get athletes, it back into, athleticism and all of that stuff. So I think that's actually good because Angel Reese is the first person that he signed. I thought that was great. That was the first signing.
You're looking out for LSU.
Absolutely.
Angel calls him Uncle Shaq.
Yes.
It makes sense.
That's dope.
Yes. And Terrell Owens gets hit by a car.
Who?
Terrell Owens gets hit by a car after a basketball beef.
Terrell got to be top 3 black names ever. Terrell Jenkins.
Terrell Jenkins. Oh, he's screwed.
We gotta go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta go. But yeah, basically, they ran this guy. He was playing basketball, and the guy got in the car and ran into his knee. He all right. He all right, though.
Oh my God, no!
Yo, stop it, man.
He all right, though. He had no serious injuries, and he did not require hospitalization. So the guy was probably only doing like 3 miles per hour.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And that is Jess with the mix.
That's it.
I hate y'all. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Mix up next, y'all.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here, of course.
Yes.
And shout out to Nicole Avant for stopping by. Pick up her book, Think You'll Be Happy, and you can check out the full interview on the free iHeartRadio app. You can download it right now, and all you got to do is search the Breakfast Club.
Nicole is royalty, man. Her father is somebody who I looked up to tremendously, Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather. So it's crazy that she put this book out where it's her grieving her mother, but then her father passed away. But they were older, so she's dealing with it. Salute to Nicole.
Absolutely. And where you gonna be this weekend or next weekend?
So this weekend I will be at Winston-Salem. I'm doing these colleges, y'all. I'm getting real big.
That's what I'm talking about.
HBCUs, y'all. And I actually did my very, very first college last week. That was in Baton Rouge, Southern.
Yep.
Killed it.
Yeah.
You know that comedy?
Comedy.
So they tell you can't curse and all that stuff like that?
Yes, I was a little nervous, and that's when I went out there and said,
They said you can't curse?
Yeah, they were just like, don't do too much. We don't want you to talk about anything, like don't be too sexual with the kids. I'm like, yo, these kids is effing like each other in school every day.
Did it make you feel old? Because you're only 31.
To be honest with you, but I'm like 41. I went up in there and all of them, and I started doing Just Fix My Mess on stage. They wanted to tell me everything. They was like, Jess, so my roommate just slept with my boyfriend.
No.
And I'm pretty sure my boyfriend is in the show. I was like, later for comedy. What happened? Where you at? Point him out. Yeah, so I actually had fun. So that prompted me to start doing Just Fix My Mess, college edition. The second college I did was TSU.
Okay.
Tennessee State. I did that. I killed that. And then this weekend, Winston-Salem. And then November 7th, 8th, and 9th, I will be in Detroit, y'all. And these are shows during the week. I'm coming for my pop-up. I haven't been to Detroit in a while, but I ain't forgot about y'all. I watch y'all on Tubi every daggone day, every day. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets, JessLarisOfficial.com. That's November 7th, 8th, and 9th at Punchline, Detroit. I will be there.
All right, and shout out to all the HBCUs. You know, I go on those tours. It's probably one of the best times for me, hitting all the colleges, whether it was Alabama, A&M, Alabama State, Howard, Delaware State, Hampton. Got a lot of colleges coming up, so salute to all the HBCUs.
Yes.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Yes.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do have a positive note, and the positive note is very, very, very simple this morning because somebody needs to hear this. No, period. No is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I wish somebody tell my son that. That's what I need somebody to tell my son.
You his mama.
Well, I know, but he don't take it well. It's not a sentence to ask me like, no, I didn't hear that.
No what, mama? No what?
No what? And no why?
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Y'all finished or y'all done?